Uprising in Cardiff on December 14th is growing ever closer, and this past Sunday, Revolution Pro Wrestling was live in Sheffield as the intrigue deepened, headed into that last big show of the year. We began with a six-man tag team match. CPF, Danny Black and Joe Lando, joined by Taylor James for the night against Will Caven, Mark True, and Kieran Lacey. Rivalry that we've seen multiple times during 2025. This time it was another victory for CPF, getting the win after the JJ elbow. And right after that, Joe Lando had something to say regarding the last of those Trios Grand Prix trophies that was in his possession from last year.
I just pinned a former cruiserweight champion, and I pinned the current cruiserweight champion live in London 102. I officially cashed in my trophy.
Meanwhile, headed into Sheffield, we had seen the mind games of one Liam Slater as he was making a clear effort to turn the head of Kid Lyos 2 and separate him from the original Kid Lyos, his tag team partner and mentor. There has been some discord within Lyos Gym as of late. Slater looked to exploit that as he went one-on-one against Lyos, with Lyos 2 watching on at ringside. At the end of the match, Lyos went for a low blow. Lyos 2 discouraged him from doing so. As Lyos 2 turned away to face the crowd, Liam Slater took advantage with a roll-up on Lyos, holding the trunks. Lyos 2 didn't see it. Liam Slater won the match, and yet again, we saw another post-match argument between Kid Lyos and Kid Lyos 2. Meanwhile, Liam Slater stayed at ringside as out next, the star pupil of the Slater Dojo, the youngest in charge, Leon Slater, in singles action against Alan Angels. And maintain momentum is exactly what he did, withstanding the challenge of Angels, ultimately hitting the Swanton 450 as Leon Slater stayed on track. But Slater only had a moment to celebrate, because then the music of the undisputed British heavyweight champion started resounding around network.
You think you're untouchable, yeah? You think you're untouchable. It's really nonsense in your ears saying you're untouchable, you're all this, you're all that, you're nothing. You put that around your neck like a complete and utter mug. And now I'm here to tell you, look me in the eyes, all I see is a scared little child.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Let go! Hey, don't listen to your dad! Be a man! Come on, let's fight!
Coach Liam Slater held Leon back as Samuels tried to goad Leon into action, but Samuels had a message for Jay Joshua as well.
I love RevPro. I'm not going to ruin tonight's main event, but as soon as that bell rings and the match is over, all bets are off, Jay. I'm coming straight for you, you mug.
Up next, a hard-hitting heavyweight confrontation between Trent Seven and one called Manders. A first-time ever match between these two. A total war of attrition in this transatlantic showdown, which ultimately was won by one called Manders. Speaking of people making their returns, Leighton Buzzard was in RevPro for the first time since April in Sheffield on Sunday, trying to get revenge of the man who put him back on the shelf after his return match this spring, Ricky Knight Jr. But RKJ, apparently now following a philosophy of winning by any means necessary, did what it took. Hoisted up Buzzard for the Rikishi driver and got the 1-2-3 to send Buzzard home disappointed on his return. RKJ was not done there.
Andy Quilden, two choices. You either come down here like a man and you put me in the main event at Cardiff and make it a four-way, or option number two, you come down here like a man and you make me leave.
I'm not coming down there. I don't know what you're...
Manders going face to face with RKJ. It disintegrated into a wild brawl between those two. Surely those two men, Ricky Knight Jr. and one called Manders, now find themselves on a collision course. Four-way action up next, the debuting Danny Moe versus Rio versus Kanji versus Alexis Falcon Kanji was looking to get a win over Rio after Rio beat her one-on-one last time we were in Sheffield in September. And it came down to a photo finish between the two. Both Rio and Kanji had a number of their opponents locked in submission holds. The referee made the judgment call that Rio secured the tap-out win before Kanji did. Kanji disagreed with the decision, but Rio claimed the victory regardless, maintaining her undefeated streak in RevPro during 2025. Next, Leo Rush to face Leon Cage. Both men had multiple opportunities to win the match, and it took something special to get it over the line. Rush locking in a Muta lock style submission to secure the tap out from Leon Cage and to head into that match against Bryant in Coventry with a victory under his belt. And so to our main event, one of the most anticipated tag team matches in Revolution Pro Wrestling history, a rematch from Epic Encounter in March. The undisputed British tag team champions, the Young Guns, versus the winners of 2025's Great British Tag League, Jay Joshua and Connor Mills. Luke Jacobs and Ethan Allen somehow holding on to extend further their remarkable run atop the tag team mountain. But then, immediately after the match, as he had promised earlier in the night, Shah Samuels coming to the ring, attempting to confront Jay Joshua, but just like the previous week in London, Leon Slater snuck up on Samuels from behind. This time Samuels was ready for it, knocked him down, then turned his attention to Joshua. Moments later, Slater dove off the stage onto both Samuels and Joshua. Absolute mayhem in Sheffield, with the spotlight having turned to Samuels, Joshua, and Slater, the Young Guns having just successfully retained their titles, feeling disrespected, getting on the microphone to ask, in fact to insist, that they be told who would be next to challenge them for those undisputed British tag team titles. Well, apparently they didn't have long to wait, because coming through the crowd, Brendan White, Danny Jones, the Greedy Souls, making their return to Revolution Pro Wrestling, attacking the Young Guns and making clear their intentions to be the ones to unseat the champion. But Samuels, Joshua, and Slater weren't done either. A brawl between Joshua and Slater spilling to the outside, at which point Samuels climbed to the top turnbuckle, hit an unbelievable moonsault all the way to the floor. Samuels closing live in Sheffield, standing tall with his undisputed British Heavyweight Championship above his head. But will that be the scene that is repeated in Cardiff, December 14th? At Uprising, when it's going to be Shah Samuels, Jay Joshua for that undisputed British heavyweight gold. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw, and this has been your RevPro Recap.